So, what is the first step? Somebody remind me.
You subtract 7.
Subtract the 7. Okay, we're going to move the constant over to the other side. We got y minus 7 equals x squared plus 4x plus blank. We take the 4, divide it by 2. 4 divided by 2 is 2. And then what do we do?
2 times
2
2.
squared is 4. Okay? And then we take the 4, and what do we do with it?
Add 4 to the other side.
So we put 4 in the blank. And if we add 4 to the right side, what do we have to do to the left side? We have to add 4 over there as well. Okay? So on the right side, we have some parentheses squared. And what goes in your parentheses?
X squared plus 2.
You're close. You're very close. I'll give you the plus 2. It is plus 2 because this was a positive 2, so it's plus 2. Just a plain x plus 2. Perfect. X plus 2 squared. And then over here we have a y and a negative 7 and a positive 4. So what is that? A negative 7 and a positive 4. Negative 3. So we got y minus 3. Okay? Now, how do I get the y all alone? Add the 3 over to the other side. Okay? So my final answer is y equals x plus 2 squared plus 3. Okay, let's do the next one. I'm going to do number 3 next. What should I do to start? Subtract the 38 over to the other side. Okay. Y minus 38 equals x squared plus 12x plus blank. Okay. And then what should I do? Divide by 2, so 12 divided by 2 is 6. 6 squared is 36. And so what do I do with the 36? Okay, so it goes in the blank. And if I add it to the right side, what should I do to the left side? I should add it to the left side. Okay. So on the right side, I have parentheses squared. And what goes in my parentheses?
X plus 6.
X plus 6. So whatever number I got when I divided by 2, that's the number that goes in my parentheses. So x plus 6. It was a positive 6, and that's why I write plus 6. Okay, and then over here, I have a negative 38 and a positive 36. That gives me negative 2, so I'm going to write y minus 2. Okay? And now what should I do? Add 2. Take the 2, add it to the other side. So my equation is all done. I have y equals x plus 6 squared plus 2. So now it's in that vertex form that I like. I can find the vertex of the quadratic, and I can say what the transformations are. Let's try the next one. What's my first step?
Subtract
minus the 27, okay. Y minus 27 equals x squared minus 10x plus blank, okay. Divide 10 by 2. Is it positive 10 divided by 2 or negative 10? Negative 10 divided by 2 is negative 5. Negative 5 squared is 25. Is it a positive 25 or a negative 25? Positive. Now let's double check that on our calculators. Let's make sure we know how to type that in, because a lot of people were doing this wrong yesterday. How do we type in a negative squared? Anyone? Because we were getting this wrong yesterday on some of the problems, especially the problems with decimals when we really needed to type it in a calculator. How do we make sure to type in a negative squared correctly in the calculator? Because this right here is not correct. If you type this, you'll get the wrong answer. So how do we type a negative squared? Eddie, what were you saying? You put it in parentheses, negative 5 squared. So negative 5 times negative 5, we know, is positive 25. If you type it like this, your calculator is going to square the 5, but it's not squaring the negative. So if you want to square the whole thing, if you want to do negative 5 times negative 5, you have to put it in parentheses so that your calculator knows you want to square the negative as well. Square the negative with the 5. Positive 25. Okay, so we're putting a 25 in the blank. And then what are we doing to the other side? Add 25 there as well. Okay. So I've got my parentheses squared. And what goes in my parentheses? X and a negative 5. And what goes over here? Negative 2. And I still have my y. And then what should I do? I'm going to add the 2 because I want the y to be alone. So I have y equals x minus 5 squared plus 2. Okay, we're going to we're going to try number 6 because number 6 is a little weird. What's a little weird about number 6? It just doesn't have a number on the end, which means we don't have a number that we have to move before we get started. So since we're not moving a number before we get started, all I have to do is put plus blank. I didn't have to move anything. I'm just going to put my blank space there and I'm ready to go. So what do I do next? Divide by 2. 8 divided by 2 is 4. And then what do I do? 4 squared is 16. Okay. So I'm going to add 16 in the blank. And if I add 16 to the right side, what do I have to do to the left side? Add it to the left side also. Okay. So I have something in parentheses squared. What's in my parentheses? X plus 4, okay? And then what do I have on the left side? Y plus 16, okay? And then how do I get the y all alone? I'm going to minus the 16, minus the 16. So I get y equals x plus 4 squared minus 16. Okay. Do your brains feel warmed up? We remember yesterday? We can do it? Okay. Would you guys rather do the activity around the room, or do you want to work more on the worksheet? Worksheet? Okay. Go ahead and work on the worksheet, and then we'll see how far we get towards the end of the period, and then I'll decide how much of it we need to do for credit. Okay? This worksheet. Yep. Front and back. We'll see how far we get. Sound good? Okay. All right. Let's work on it.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.